Hello and welcome back to my fifth after action report now with the United States and my Pacific theater. Yeah, I'm happy to announce that the Axis completely capitulated. Why? What had happened? So, as I already explained in my last after action report, United Kingdom is gone. It's now completely German, and the Soviet Union declared war on the Germans. The Soviet Union now had a chance to break through the German lines, and they are marching forward as well in Italy. So in Europe, I think it will only last some months at the Germans are, or the Axis is gone. What had happened in the Pacific? What was the reason why Japan as well capitulated? I start some naval combats and had a chance to secure naval supremacy here near HoI, and I'm now engaged the Japanese garrisons with my US Marines, and it looks quite well that I can throw them out of Hawaii. I will jump then directly to the next island here with a naval base to cut them off and to destroy the whole divisions here in this sector. Furthermore, as explained in my last after action report, I sent some divisions to the Philippines to buy me some time, and that was enough time to secure Iwo Jima. I threw all the 8 divisions into one combat, and there were 3 or 4 fleet engagements where the Japanese fleet tried to sink the transport ships as well as my fleet, but they do not have any carrier fighters or carrier bombers left, so they engaged only with battleships. All of the 3 or 4 engagements were a clear win for the United States, and they could not, with their whole fleet, throw back my little carrier task forces. That had 2 results. I secured Iwo Jima very easily. I set up my bombers and naval bombers on Iwo Jima, and now the Japanese mainland, where the Japanese fleet now is stuck, is bombed by my torpedo bombers. They are on port strike mission, so now it's a psychological effect. The Japanese player now knew that his fleet is not secure in any sector or in harbor, because if they're in harbor for repairs, they will be bombed by my tactical bombers. There are some little naval engagements with the last active ships of the Japanese fleet. As you can see here, is only a battleship with no organization and hardly hit it, and a little carrier which will be engaged by 2 main carriers, Saratoga and Lexington, which are carrier 1s or tier 1 carriers, but I think this is enough firepower to hunt those ships down. I've set up naval supremacy around the whole Japanese mainland. I think one is my submarines, and another one is the fleet of Jester Nimitz, which is one of the main fleets. I lost one Tech 2 carrier in an engagement. As you can see, also the Wasp. I do not repair the carriers because I now has the chance to surround the Japanese player, and I will not bring them to the dockyards for repairing. I will only build new ones. If they are sunk, they should stay in combat as long as I have entangled the Japanese player. But today the war is over. I have some, yeah. If I look back to the strategy, it's now, yeah, I think my Pacific strategy worked well. It's very easy to say it worked well after you have won the fight, but I often told my players or my buddies in the Allied forces that we need to earn dirt until beginning of 1940 or the end of 39. Before that point, we are not combat ready. We cannot engage anyone, and yeah, it's, in my opinion, we had now 5 weeks, 5 sessions. 4 sessions were a clear victory to the Axis forces, and in the Pacific, I only speak from the Pacific point of view at the moment, because I cannot explain exactly what happened on the European theater. But from a Pacific point of view, we are 4 times a clear victory for the Japanese player or for the Axis. And yeah, I already told I lost destroyers, I lost cruisers, and I already told we need to wait, I have a strategy, I will set up those carrier task forces. I tested it again and again, and it will work. We can defeat or push back the Japanese fleet, that they have no chance to engage us. And the main target was not to sink each single ship of the Japanese fleet. The main idea behind was to make them useless to defend the Pacific region, and I think this plan worked well with my torpedo fighter strategy and the carriers. And then it was a handful of Marines which took those islands, Saipan, Iwo Jima, Marcos Islands, which fought bravely at the Philippines later on to buy some time. And from the beginning onwards, I only had the same setup in the Marines. It were only a front width, a combat width of 10, 5 Marine brigades, 1 support artillery. That's it. With those divisions, I now have 38 left. I fought the whole combats in the Pacific region. Each island I tried to engage was successfully taken over, and this was only based on my close air support strategy. My Marines hold them in combat, the Japanese troops, and my close air bombed them away. So I had the possibility to jump from island to island with a bit of the naval support, and the naval supremacy in the whole Pacific region was gained through 2 carrier task forces. One is here in combat with 19 ships left, because I lost also some destroyers, so I think all destroyers of this fleet are gone. But it was sufficient to hold the Japanese player back. Yeah, I think I will end with this view, because my main focus were on the carriers. They brought me the victory in the Pacific. In a short view back, it was I think a good idea to mix the strategy of Westmoreland and Nimitz. Due to the fact that I could hold Guam for the whole time. Now it's easier in Vietnam for Westmoreland, because the B-52 bombers, the heavy bombers, started from Guam at the beginning of the Vietnam War, so this was also a strategic mainland in Vietnam War. But yeah, the Pacific region, I think I won this war, and carriers did their job very well. The strategy worked, and yeah, as you can see, it's quite easy to counter with 24 to 30 ships, a whole fleet, or with 2 carrier task forces. During this war I often lost fleet battles at the beginning, but this was it were planned losses due to the fact that I knew it will take some time to build the carriers. And 4 times we eat dirt, and yeah, I think at the end of the 4th session, or let's say 3 times we eat dirt, at the 4th time, after the big naval battle where I had the possibility to shoot down all carrier aircraft of the Japanese player, this was really a turning point in the Pacific, and due to the naval supremacy I now can jump from island to island, and the Japanese player is entangled on his main island, and this main island will be bombed. I did not know that it will go so fast, so my strategy was planned till mid of 40, end of 40 to be combat ready. Now the Japanese player is already gone, and if they would not have capitulated this time, next time a lot of B-17 Flying Fortress bombers would have bombed the industry back to the Stone Ages. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this now short series, so it were only 5 combat days. Another series will follow. Yeah, I think within the next 2 or 3 weeks we will start a new multiplayer session, and I will also do some after action reports after each day, and when the whole session is gone or finished, then I will upload them at one time, because it's very difficult to upload them step by step due to the fact that I'm often talking about some strategies or ideas, and it's not that good if the opponents knew your strategy. And yeah, let's see what will my next country to play. I already played with Germany, that was a win. I played with the Soviet Union with this strategy worked not that well due to the fact that we had not the air supremacy, but from the idea behind. Now I played the United States, possibly I will play France, Italy, Great Britain, or again the United States, and then change with my buddy player that I will take the next time the European theater, and he can work on the Pacific. I do not know, but I will provide you a short strategy of the new country I will play, and then I will provide you some after action reports after each day. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and hopefully we hear us again. So bye bye.